times where, like, he'd have to jump up because he was playing, was it Oswald? Is that what the guy's name is?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
second player? And I was playing Mickey, and, like, he'd have to jump up and hover, and I'd have to grab onto him so we could go across the space together. And there'd be times that, like, something happened, like, we get separated, and, like, John would fall down or whatever, and then it'd be, like, 5 minutes of trying to figure out where we were again, and it was fun, but it was definitely frustrating at times, trying to explain where the hell we were on the map together. I do plan on playing it some more. I haven't played the first one yet, so I plan on playing it some, and then kind of comparing the first one to the second one, but...
They did watch somebody play.
Yeah, I've watched Tina McVeigh played it some when we were over at Tim Tina's. So I
watched for a few hours.
Yeah, so we watched it for a while, which is the reason why I wanted to get it, because it did look really, really fun. But I don't know. I like how they've used the gamepad with it for the first player one stuff. They do have, like, on the screen of the gamepad, it's like your menu pretty much. You can't, like, Josh and I were discussing, like, he got Transformers for the Wii U.
Transformers Prime.
Yeah, he got that for his birthday from my dad. And you were saying on that one, you can actually switch the screens, from, like, the actual, like, game to the gamepad and vice versa.
Yeah.
On Epic Mickey, you cannot do that. When you pause, it'll pop up, like, whatever's on the gamepad on your TV, but you can't actually, like, have Mickey and all that stuff on that screen. It doesn't allow that. Which is kind of bummer, because I probably would have liked to have it that way.
That's a bunch of crap. But
I do plan on playing it a little bit more and giving you guys a little bit better review on it. That's just some of some of the stuff I've seen offhand just from playing it for... I think we played, an hour or two, didn't we?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Decent amount.
It's definitely fun with another player, but it's... I'm already kind of leaning towards, like, I think that it's probably more fun playing by yourself just because it's less confusing.
You might mention, too, that in case anybody's interested in getting it, not that they are here, but you can only use... you can play on the Wii U regular controller, and then there are two options available for the nunchucks, which is either the remote or the paintbrush.
Yes.
And I would recommend getting the remote instead, since the second player plays as Oswald, which his weapon is the remote instead of the paintbrush.
When you play on the when you play on the Wii U, like, one person uses the gamepad, the other person, uses the
standard controller and
yeah.
Is there an option to just use the regular controller and not use the gamepad at all?
No, not on Wii U.
That's retarded.
But on the regular Wii, that's the reason why they have the paintbrush and the remote, is for the regular Wii version, both players use the Wii remotes and nunchucks, which you can use a regular nunchuck too. The difference is that with the paintbrush and the remote, the end of the paintbrush will change colors. It'll change either blue when you're painting or green when you're using thinner. And with the remote, I don't know what colors it changes, but it changes colors based on what you're attacking with, I guess. So, which is kind of cool. I do like that a little bit. It definitely was kind of fun. But yeah, like John said, when you're playing on the Wii U, the second player is the only one using the remote and nunchuck, and they're playing as Oswald, who uses the remote as his weapon. So, so what next, Josh?
I don't know. The Carnival cruise ship finally is docked in Alabama. We still have hours to get off the ship, which sounds fun. Another random thing I just happened to see was somebody actually launched a Hello Kitty doll into space. Why? It was launched using a weather balloon powered rocket.
That's interesting.
It was a science project from a 12-year-old. Apparently, it's a big deal on YouTube now, but yeah, that's pretty stupid. whole thing's like launch into space, a Hello Kitty doll, really.
Maybe that's the whole point.
I mean, I know the kid's 12, but I would have launched like a bag of potato chips just to see how. Because apparently there's a camera that like recorded it just to see like how high it would go before they blew up.
It would be pretty entertaining with a bag of chips just to see. All I think about.
Not even close, though. I don't think, because going from Missouri to Colorado, they'll fucking blow up. So
My point exactly.
Oh yeah, did you guys have any last time you went to Colorado? Did you have any bags of chips blow up in your car?
No, we didn't take any with us.
What the hell?
Yeah.
We didn't. We just planned on getting stuff when we were there, and then we did actually have the conversation when we were there about how we should have got a bag of chips before we left. And they were like, "Oh, next time."
So I remember when we went to BlizzCon in 2009. Yeah, a bag of chips blew up as we were going through Colorado.
We drove the whole way there.
Yeah, because we drove there 36 hours because we're retarded. Yeah, it totally blew up, scared the shit out of us. And there was actually 2 cars. So there's like 9 of us that went in 2 different vehicles. And like literally like 5 seconds after the bag blew up in ours, like we got a call from the other car. And it was like, did a bag of potato chips just blow up? Apparently,
guys might want to be careful. Take cover.
Yeah.
Well, it was funny because it was behind Zach's head and it ended up exploding on his head.
Yeah. But it was pretty funny.
It was
Little chip shrapnel. Little chip shrapnel embedded in his head and stuff.
See, I would take like, different brands of potato chips and do an actual experiment of, which is the better packaging.
That would be entertaining. We should totally try that.
Still pretty stupid. But.
Hey Liz.
Yes.
I sold 60 boxes of cookies.
We totally got to play that sometime on here. I don't know if anyone would be able to hear it.
Probably not.
They might be able to hear it if I played it. Because the XSplit picks up whatever audio is on my computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, just read that Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie coming out with their own wine. Apparently it's the new trendy thing to do. Apparently they have a place in France.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to see like how much it cost.
Probably something stupid.
Yeah, it's probably really stupid.
I don't like wine anyways. I've never even had wine that ever tasted good to me.
Although the story is pretty funny.
What?
The Miraval Province 2012 vintage pink rosé will be will be organic and presumably taste like money, fame, and crayons, with subtle undertones of sexiness and scandal.
Oh my god.
It's pretty funny.
So is it going to end up being one of these things where, like, not only will celebrities have their own perfume and shit, that they're going to have their own wine and all this other bullshit too? Because
shit, they've already had their own salad dressing.
Seriously?
Hey, Newman's own salad dressing is awesome.
What? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Paul Newman.
Never heard
Newman
of.
has actually has a
brand of everything.
Spaghetti sauce and stuff too. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, one of the 300 fucking jobs that I've had was actually at a Whole Foods warehouse in Iowa City, and that was probably 3/4 of the stuff in it was like Newman's brand.
Oh, I remember you
like
telling me
literally
about that.
every kind of food that you can think of, he has a health food version of it. The really cool thing with that company is like all the profits go to charities. So it's kind of, it makes you feel good. But his Newman nose, not too bad. Not quite as good as it's Cheerios, his Oreos. Cheerios. What?
All I could think about was Rice Krispies, so which led to Rice Krispie treats, which
I love me some Rice Krispie treats.
I don't like.
I
Rice
will
Krispie
not be
treats.
giving that up for Lent.
I don't like Rice Krispie treats, but I like making them. Just like
Well,
I don't like
guess
fudge.
what you can go make. 'Cause
Do you even have the stuff to make it?
actually, I do.
Well, then I guess that's what I'm doing tonight, huh?
Sweet.
I'm making Rice Krispie treats for Valentine's Day. What was the next part?
I don't have a lot. Apparently, tomorrow I have a calendar right over here, so I'm looking over here. The 15th, a asteroid is supposed to come the closest an asteroid's come in a long time, I guess. Supposed to actually come in closer than most of these satellites that are in orbit. It's 160 feet wide, which is pretty damn big.
Close enough we can shake hands with it?
Probably.
Probably wouldn't want to.
If it had hands.
Give it a high five.
I want to put on some gloves or something.
Thanks for visiting!
Get a ladder.
Get a ladder, yes. Is that where you are, John? Are you up there like ready to greet the asteroid?
I'm trying to get on the spaceship following it. So.
You haven't
got my Nike shoes already.
Oh, what the hell is that Colt?
No, it was the Hale-Bopp Comet. I remember that. I forget the name of the Colt.
Is that before Liz's time?
I remember hearing about it. I don't know if I was hearing about it afterwards or if I was even around then.
Some Colt. They thought there was a spaceship following the comet.
There you go. Thank you, Phil.
Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate. Yeah.
I remember hearing about
it. Knock, knocking on Heaven's Gate.
95 or 96, so yeah, I would have been old enough. I would have been 8 or 9.
But they basically all killed themselves, and they all drank the Kool-Aid. Mm-hmm. That was laced with arsenic. And,
yep.
Yeah. I love Colts.
Could you imagine if you were like in that group and you were the only one that didn't? That'd be really weird.
I wouldn't have been in that group in the first place.
Well, yeah.
They had all lost their will to live because they were all neutered. So
did that too.
Yeah. That was step one. That's probably where I bowed out. Yeah.
And I think if you're going to join a cult, that should be step one of every one of them. Is that make it impossible to reproduce. I am all for thinning out the herd.
Yeah, I was young enough I didn't hear about any of that part. I just remember like them killing themselves. I remember that, but how old would you guys been back then?
When was that? 95, 96? I would have been in high school. It's like I graduated in 97, so sophomore, junior.
So that means Sean would have been out of high school?
No, I just spent a long time in high school.
I mean, he was graduated. He just hung out for the girls.
Ah, yeah.
I'm still hanging out there for the girls. So.
It's the volleyball.
That's why I have this picture up right now. So
you're outside. You're outside the locker room, staring in at them at 10 at night.
Depending on his time zone.
Yeah, it depends. I guess it depends on where you're at. Where the fuck are you, dude?
Can't really divulge that right now. Sorry.
I'm your best friend. I'm your best friend.
So I guess Obama proposed a higher federal minimum wage of $9 an hour. Something I saw here.
Really? Like it.
Yay! So currently, if you're making $9 or $10 an hour, you're now a minimum wage employee.
Yeah.
You know, that's it's not going to fix anything. It's not going to make anything better.
Yeah. Well, I know, like, if you work at a job that's under that and you're getting a raise, yay.
Yes.
That's awesome. I think the last time,
of course, you're $7 an hour or whatever it is now. When you're making $9 an hour, it's only going to be worth what you were making before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it just sucks for everybody else.
yeah,
I mean, if it were just a solution of making the minimum wage higher, let's just make the minimum wage $100 an hour, and everybody will be rich.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody can't be rich. Society would collapse if everyone was rich. It'd be nice.
Your mom would collapse.
Because somebody's got to pick up the garbage. So
I just remember when they raised minimum wage the last time. I was working at Pizza
I got a
Hut.
raise last time.
I was working at Pizza Hut, delivering pizza. And at that time, let's see, it was like 5.25 was minimum wage at first. And that was what the cooks and everyone made. And the delivery drivers actually made like $6.20. And when they raised minimum wage, they did like in increments. It was $6.20 was what they raised it up to first, and then like several months later, then it was up to like $7. Is it $7.20 now or $7.25?
$7.25 here.
So they moved it up to $6.20, and then didn't raise the delivery drivers. And we weren't getting paid shit anyways, and so I was pretty much getting fucked over because I could have just stayed indoors and not had wear and tear on my car.
Yeah.
And that didn't work out. And I didn't stay around long enough for when it went up to 7 because by that point gas went up and I was taking money out of my tips to be able to pay for my gas because the way that they had it was they charged like $1.50 per order for delivery charge, but only 85 cents of that actually went to the delivery drivers. Before they raised it, it was $1 and 75 cents went to delivery drivers. Yep. So yeah, I wasn't getting enough money to pay for gas, so I quit. Well, technically, I guess we started the shop and then they stopped scheduling me. So I didn't really quit. They didn't really fire me.
I think the obvious flaw is, I mean, the owners of these bigger companies aren't going to get a smaller paycheck to cover the cost of it. It's just gonna
more money.
Yeah, they're gonna charge more for their services, and it's gonna hurt smaller businesses because they have to pay more, and they're not gonna be able to.
It's the reason why we don't have any employees for our shop because we can't afford to.
I mean, yeah, we can legally not pay ourselves, crap, but we can't legally not pay someone else.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, greed's fun. And being stalked by a cat again. Expecting this to.
Because you're not paying them enough.
No, it's because I'm doing something.
They want a fucking raise too,
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I didn't really have much else. Donkey Kong Country Returns coming to the 3DS.
Man.
Yeah.
I would probably be way more interested in 3DS if it wasn't... I mean, like, granted, the 3DS itself is cheaper now. But the games are still expensive. I just can't really justify putting the money into it.
Well, I know that, the best Donkey Kong is the one with the red tie. Just ask Mark. Mark Hill.
YOLO, Mark, YOLO.
Yeah.
I am starting to do cross-stitching. That's been something new I've been doing lately. I'm going to try doing a video game-themed cross-stitching. Yep. Totally starting that. I'm trying to decide what to start off with. I think I'm going to do a Mega Man. And I don't know what else yet. So if you have any ideas, feel free to let me know. Of course, like the older stuff's a little bit easier. But
Apparently, Valve laid off a bunch of people.
really?
Yeah. Like 25 developers. Yeah. It says it's not canceling any of its projects or changing priorities or anything. 25, I mean, doesn't sound like a lot, but I mean, most studios don't have, a big one will have 100 people, so. Oh, sweet! Some good news for Ryan. Take-Two acquired the WWE license from THQ through that sell-off. So, yay! There'll be 27 more WWE titles. Woohoo!
I'm writing down your suggestions, guys. By the way.
You have suggestions?
Oh, as far as like cross-stitching stuff.
Oh, okay.
Ryan McBride said Pac-Man and the Ghosts, so I'll definitely try that. John's trying to find me some of the black cross-stitching fabric so that some of that stuff looks better on it. And then Ryan said he wanted me to do some Mario blocks.
Oh, I think he wants you to... I've got nothing.
Thanks. Geez,
Yeah,
John,
yeah.
you're quiet.
Yeah, it's a pretty quiet night tonight. Just reflecting.
Reflecting on what? The mirror?
The mirror.
I can't- The mirror.
I said it before you, Josh. I said it before you.
Yeah.
Beat you to that shit.
So anyone see the what could be the prototype of the PS4 controller?
No, I hadn't seen that yet.
Damn it, I just had a picture of it here. Should put it in the chat. It pretty much looks the same, except for it might actually have a touchpad on the front of it. But I think it's supposed to have. I can't talk and type at the same time. Too retarded. Ow! Cat's attacking. Yeah, it's supposed to also have a feature, a share feature. So you're supposed to be able to like share like clips of your game and shit like that on like Twitter and Facebook. Yeah. Here's a picture. Let me. Or a link to a picture.
Yeah, if the consoles are smart, they will start incorporating more features such as sharing stuff on Twitter and Facebook and other social networking sites.
I mean, the PS Vita actually had like a cool touchpad thing on the back of it. With some games, you could be playing and like because it was behind the screen, you would actually, if there was a game we had to like move a block, you could actually push on it from like behind the block and move it.
That's interesting.
I can't remember which game it was that Tim had. He showed me it. I didn't actually play it, but like yeah, it looked. I mean, that was a pretty cool thing to do. This one has one on the front. It didn't have a picture of the back of it. I mean, obviously it's a prototype, but basically the same layout, which is cool. I actually like the PS3, PS2, whatever PlayStation controllers.
It is interesting looking.
Yeah, not much different. Yeah, on the little share button, I think is what's going to be on the like right above the D-pad there, next to the screen.
Oh, gotcha.
Is what they were thinking. Which when they're saying like February, end of February, they're supposed to be releasing like the 20th. Supposed to be the big announcement for the PS4 with some specs and stuff.
Still haven't
PS3.
gotten interested in the. Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't been interested enough to buy the PS3 yet. I haven't seen any titles that really interest me that much.
Yeah. Same here. I think all three of us probably are in that same place. I mean, I know a few people have them, but most of them just use them for Blu-ray players. It seems like.
I mean, I think that was probably the big sell for the PS3 is the Blu-ray.
That was the big sell for the PS2.
Yeah.
Was not Blu-ray, obviously, but DVD. I remember a lot of people didn't buy the Sega
Dreamcast.
What was it? The Dreamcast. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Because they were waiting for the PS2, which would have a DVD player built in. And a crappy remote to use with it. So.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the PS2 when we had that. I still didn't have. I don't think I had quite as many games as I did for PlayStation 1. I used PlayStation 1 a lot more than I ever did PlayStation 2. But like I'm kind of to that point now where like out of Xbox and PlayStation, I am way more likely to get the new Xbox than I will be with PlayStation. I mean, obviously, it kind of depends on like what features they have and different stuff like that, as to like whether and how much it costs, as to whether I actually buy it when it first comes out or if I wait. But and I do like the Wii U, but there's which the cat's totally knocked it over. I just noticed. I do like it, but even with that, there hasn't really been enough titles out for me to actually want to spend. I wouldn't have if it had been me buying it. I probably wouldn't have bought it on my own.
Well, and I mean, you only had. Go ahead.
You go, John.
Oh, I was just saying it wasn't different enough from the Wii really to really impress me that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you didn't have that many titles that were exclusive to PlayStation that really made it worth it. I mean, I think that Xbox has the better online capabilities. I think they're doing it the best. Although, I mean, the free PSN is good.
You still have free Xbox Live as well.
Yeah, but I mean, you still
yes,
get
it's limited.
it's closer. The PlayStation Network is still closer to the Xbox Gold than the Xbox Silver is. Mm-hmm. But I just don't think they had the audience to really support the good online multiplayer type stuff.
One of the things I will say about the Wii U, I still think they're lacking when it comes to being able to connect with friends online on it.
Yeah, I mean, they've done better, but it's still a pretty horrible fail.
Yeah.
It's so difficult. And, I mean, yeah, they need to make it, like, instant and easy.
Well, and, like, one of the things that we...
Hi, Kat.
Well, one of the things that we realized when we were down at, at the bunker, when we were hanging out with John was, I tried to put my Nintendo character on his Wii, and it won't let you once it's connected to a Wii U.
Yeah.
Which is, like, kind of crappy, because, I mean, that's one of the things I like the most about Xbox, is that if I go down there and play games on Xbox with them, all I have to do is download my gamer tag, and I can say,
And now you can put it on the cloud, so you don't even have to take it with you.
Well,
you just got to be able to sign into it.
Cloud you can only use when you have Xbox Gold.
Well, yeah.
I don't let people typically put stuff on my Wii anyway, so it's my special purpose.
That was a pretty good movie, by the way.
Yeah.
I did like that.
What movie was that?
The Jerk.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I haven't seen that one in a long time.
But I got really frustrated with that, because when we were playing Epic Mickey 2, I was like, I'll just download, my Nintendo Network thing, and it's like, this one's already been connected to something else. And it's just like, seriously? God damn it.
I do think that the PS3 did have better graphics than the Xbox, but it still didn't. It didn't have
not enough to make up for.
Yeah.
I didn't like. There's a few games on PS3 that I liked, such as 3D Dot Game Heroes and God of War. That was awesome. 3.
Yeah, God of War was a pretty big franchise for that, and I liked it.
Mm-hmm. But
for what it was,
we never really seen enough. Well, on Little Big Planet was nice too, but you and I had never seen enough to warrant like actually putting the money into that system.
Wasn't the Metal Gear, wasn't that exclusive for PlayStation? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Never had it, but I know our friend Hopper did.
I know I never saw anything that really excited me that much about the Xbox, but it was just the price difference.
Yeah, price difference. I mean, I think the downloadable like games and stuff that you can get is probably the best thing about the 360.
Yeah, they got a lot of indie games you can get too, and I do like. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I haven't played any PlayStation 3 games where you can do like co-op stuff over the network and stuff. But